Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll talk about bankruptcy. What is bankruptcy? How do we file a bankruptcy? Consequences and the steps of filing a bankruptcy. So, first things first, what is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is a court proceeding in which a judge and court trustee examine the assets and liabilities of individuals and businesses who cannot pay their bills. The court decides whether to discharge the debts, and those who owe are no longer legally required to pay them. What are the possible reasons for bankruptcy? Some of the reasons for bankruptcy in case of an individual like you and me are medical expenses, job loss, business losses, natural disaster, and credit card debt. A survey done in the United States in 2019 tells us that a significant amount of people declare bankruptcy each year, majorly due to costly health events being the first reason, unemployment being the second, and poor financial choices being the third. Now, how can you prevent yourself from being bankrupt? The first would be to cut costs. Contact customers and suppliers, contact creditors, and negotiate with them. And the last being to try and get loans consolidated. What are the possible things you need to do or you need to look after before you file a bankruptcy? First would be to check if you could further reduce your spendings. Talk with creditors, talk with a non-profit counseling agency. The fourth being talk with an attorney and understand the consequences of declaring bankruptcy, as it is not easy as it sounds. It can have vast and extreme consequences. The fifth would be to consider consolidation carefully. Now, before you go on to file bankruptcy, you need to look into what are the alternatives to filing bankruptcy. First would be to take care of necessities, get on a budget if you can, reduce spendings, boost your income, sell your stuff, and get on a plan. Now, let's get into bankruptcy basics. What are these chapter 7, chapter 13 displayed on the screen? Well, these are the few chapters like chapter 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, based on types of bankruptcy named after portion of bankruptcy code by the US law. For example, chapter 9 talks about bankruptcy of municipalities, and chapter 7 and 13 that are displayed on the screen talks about bankruptcy in case of individuals. Now, how do we file bankruptcy and what are the steps involved? Well, let us take an example of Anna. Anna is a recent graduate who lost her jobs due to unfavorable circumstances, has student loans upon her, credit card debt, and medical debt. Step 1 for Anna would be to get government mandated credit counseling and decide for herself if she wants to further continue and file a bankruptcy or not, understand the consequences, etc. Step 2 for Anna would be fill the bankruptcy form with the court and pay the fees associated. In most cases, the court always considers a fee waiver for the bankrupt individuals, and the standard fees for the form is $300 to $400. And mind you, the forms are pretty extensive ones, which talk about assets, incomes, property, etc. After filling the form, step 3 would be contacting the trustee, and the trustee further manages your paperwork and your case. And then the assets become a part of the bankrupt property and are scrutinized. Step 4 would be for Anna to attend meetings in the court and answer questions about finances. The judge then further makes a decision if Anna is eligible for Chapter 7 bankruptcy protection or not. In case her bankruptcy requests does not get accepted by the court, Anna can always file bankruptcy again under Chapter 13. Well, what does Chapter 13 bankruptcy talks about? An individual files chapter bankruptcy under Chapter 13 if they have enough income to pay the debts. Now, which bankruptcy to file, whether Chapter 13 or Chapter 7? Well, it is determined by a means test, which acts, which assesses income, assets, etc. of an individual. Now, when Anna's bankruptcy request is accepted by the court, the non-exempted assets are sold out. Now, step 5 for Anna would be to complete the debtor's education course and file the certification with the court. Once she has completed the debtor's education course and proved her certification with the court, within 3 to 6 months, bankruptcy discharge notification is passed and the stay from the debt collection is lifted. Now, what we need to understand that there are two types of debts. One be non-dischargeable and the others are dischargeable debts. So some non-dischargeable debts that would not be stayed by the court are spouse support, child support, student loans and income tax. Whereas dischargeable debts are credit card bills, personal loans, medical bills. This was the case of Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Now, Chapter 13 talks about reorganization. The code gives you a 3 to 5 year plan for repayment of debts. The code consolidates your debt into one single amount, and an individual can always negotiate with the trustee. Now, let us just take a quick overlook upon what we spoke about. What will happen after filing bankruptcy? Your case will predictably continue after you file for bankruptcy, appear at the 341 meeting of creditors that all filers attend, where, if you remember, we spoke about the question that Anna will need to answer about the finances, assets, etc. Take the debtor's education course and file the certification. We also talk about taking the debtor's education course and filing the certification with court. And then possibly after 3 to 6 months, waiting to receive the bankruptcy discharge. So these are the steps and procedures that an individual needs to follow. That was all about bankruptcy. See you in the next video. Thank you.